Hi there, this is Miriam from Brolly, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Brolly dashboard. The dashboard is what you see when you first log into Brolly, and you can also navigate back to it by clicking on that dashboard there in the side menu. The first thing you see at the top are some record counts and social accounts. So the total records number there is the total number of records that have been captured in your archive since it was connected and back into history, depending on whether you've set a start date or whether you're, capturing right back to the beginning of time. That will be all the records that have been captured over whatever period you've specified in your archive. So some of our customers, that number runs into the hundreds of thousands. For us, it's only a couple of thousand. It's likely that your organisation is going to have a number somewhere in between those two. Let's look here at the middle bit, which is the monthly average. Now, this is actually the number on which we calculate the plan you need to be on. The reason we average it out over 90 days is that, as you can even see from our tiny little graph here, there's fluctuation from month to month. That's perfectly normal. There'll be seasonal changes. There'll also be a social media campaign you might be running, or somebody on leave, or any number of reasons that an organisation's social media activity varies from month to month. So we do find that averaging it out over 90 days gives us a really good representation. And over here on the right is the number of social accounts that are connected currently to Brolly. And if you scroll down below the graph, you can actually see them listed here. So this, for us here, it represents our little suite of Brolly accounts. You can see little logos over there which tell you that. But we can see that there's one of everything except for Facebook. We have 2 pages connected. All right, so going back to look at the graph, what you see here is it defaults to a year. So it will always show a year's worth of activity by default. And see these little dots here? So you can see the months down the bottom, and these little dots here, you hover over them and you can see the name of the month and then the number of records that were captured during that month. So it can kind of give you an idea of what's actually going on in the detail. And then you can also just click on all, and that will show you kind of trends across the whole time of your social media archive. So for example, with Brolly, we started at 2016, which makes sense because that's when Brolly was launched. And then you can see there's been some variation, some trends in the social media activity over those intervening years. So you can also go back down to a month, 3 months or 6 months. If you go to a month, of course, you get lots of extra detail. You're actually looking at the days within the month here, and you can see that there's the days when we posted and days when we didn't. 3 months, again, that level of detail, you can hover over that and you will see that there's a there's a record number there as well, depending on where you hover over, and then 6 months, which again gives you another trend. But we do like the year because, as I said, it accommodates the seasonal variations that might be occurring in your organisation. And that is the Brolly dashboard. Thank you.